right calm.
Can you tell me where my country lies? Said the uniform to his true love's eyes. It lies with me, cried the Queen of Maybe. For her merchandise he traded in his prize. Paper late, cried a voice in the crowd. Old man dies, the note he left was signed Old Father Thames. It seems he's drowned, selling England by the pound. Citizens of hope and glory, time goes by, it's the time of your life. Easy now, sit you down, chewing through your wimpy dreams. They eat without a sound, digesting England by the pound. Young man says you are what you eat well. Old man says you are what you wear well, well. You know what you are, you don't give a damn. Bursting your belt, that is your homemade sham. The captain leaves his arms right on through the night. Join the dance, follow on till the grail sunset sees the road. Follow on till the gold is cold, dancing out with the moonlit night. Knights in the green shields down and shout. There's a fat old lady outside the saloon, laying out the credit cards, she plays for June. The deck is uneven right from the start, and all of their hands are playing a part. Captain leaves his arms right on through the night. Join the dance, follow on, and round table talk it down we go. You're the show, off we go. You play the harmony pulse, I'll play the fool. We'll tease the bull, baby, loud and loud, loud and loud. Follow on, with a twist of the world we go. Follow on,
for lunch. Bum-de-dum-de-dum. When the sun beats down and I lie on the bench, I can always hear them talk.
There's always been Ethel. She could wake up because a tinier room now. And then Mr. Lewis, wasn't the time that he was out on his own. Over the garden wall, two little lovers cuckoo to you. Keep them moving short, I know.
When the sun beats down and I lie on the bench, I can always hear them talk. Me? I'm just a lawnmower. You can tell me by the way I walk.
The path is clear, though no eyes can see. The course laid down long before.
cuts off the town from view. Like a cancer growth is removed by skill. Let it be revealed. A waterfall is madrigal, an inland sea is symphony. Na 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 na. Our dino songs urge the sailors on, till used by the sirens' cry.
now as the river dissolves in sea, so Neptune has claimed another soul. And so with gods and men, the sheep remain inside their pen, until the shepherd leads his flock away. The sands of time were eroded by the river of constant change. Here am I, while away the mornings since you gone. Too long have I lay alone, not knowing which way to turn. And there you are, quite sure that you were right, knowing full well that I'd be the first one to go down, and you'd be the one who was laughing, except when things weren't going your way. And then the lady would say that she'd had enough, wandering around on her own. The day you left, well, I think you knew you'd not be back. Well, at least it would seem that way, because you never said goodbye. But when it comes round to you and me, I'm sure it will work out alright. And you'd be the one who was laughing and giving me something I don't need. And you know I'd always hold you and keep you warm. Oh, more fool me. Oh, but when it comes round to you and me, I ask myself, do I really believe in your love? And yes, I'm sure it will work out alright. the poor. East End heroes got to score in the battle of Epping Forest. Yes, it's the battle of Epping Forest, right outside your door. And you ain't seen nothing like it. No, you ain't seen nothing like it, not since the Civil War. Coming over the hill, the boys are building Johnny's legs staying very still. The thumpers shout, they all start to clout. There's no guns in this gentleman's bout. And Georgie moves in on the outside left with a chain flying round his head. It's Harold Demura from our literature. Nips up the ES3, here comes the cavalry. Amidst the battle roar, accountants keep a score, 10-4. They've never been alone after getting a radio phone. The bluebells are ringing for sweet real Sam, real ham, handing out bread and jam just like any picnic. It's 5 to 4 on William Wright. He made his pile on Derby night, when Billy was a kid, walking the streets. The other kids hid, so they did. And now, after working hard at security trade, he's got it made. The shops that need aid are those that haven't paid. Do my double show with Sid Micklebrick, fresh out the nick, so cheap all the day. The minute they leave and the visit I pay, does it pay? His friends, liquid land burning of wine, women, Wandsworth faints, and I'll boy clean the legs of the bastard that got me paid. I'll break in the legs of the bastard that got me paid. They called me the Reverend when I entered the church unstained. My employers have changed, but the name has remained. All began when I went on a tour, hoping to find some furniture. Followed a sign saying beautiful chest, lift your lady or show me your best. She was taken by surprise when I quickly closed my eyes. So she rang the bell and quick as hell, Bob Vinod came out on his jug to see what the trouble was. Louise, is the Reverend hard to please? You're telling me? Perhaps, sir, if it's not too late, we could interest you in our old-fashioned Staffordshire blend. Oh, no, not me. I'm a man of repute. But the devil caught hold of my soul, and a voice called out, "Shoot!" Save my steeple, I visited people, for this I'd gone when I met little John. His name came, I understood, when the judge said, "You are a Robin Hood." He told me of his strange foundation, conceived on sight of the word stagnation. He'd had to hide his reputation.
it was salvation from door to door. But now, with a pin-up guru every week, it was love, peace and truth incorporated for all who seek. Employed me as a car mechanic with overall charm. His hands were then fit to receive all. The Bethnal Green butcher, but he's counted on right by mixed chain gang fight. And Liquid Len, with his smashed bottle men, he's lobbing Bob the knob across the Gulver. With his kisser in a mess, Bob seems under stress, but John's the joke hits Len right in the mouth. And Harold Demure, who's still not quite sure, fires acorns from out of his sling. You come together. Alive, it must be a draw. So the Black Cat Barons toss a coin to settle the score. Home from work, our Juliet clears her morning meal. She dabs her skin with pretty smells concealing to appeal. I will make my bed, she said, her turn to go. Can she be late for her cinema show? Cinema show. Romeo locks his basement flat and scurries up the stair. With head held high and floral tie, a weekend millionaire. I will make my bed with her tonight, he cries. Can he fail, armed with his chocolate surprise? Take a little trip back with Father Tiresias. Listen to the old one speak of all he has lived through. I have crossed between the poles. For me there's no mystery. Once a man like the sea I raged, once a woman like the earth I gave. But there is in fact more earth than sea. Listen to the old one speak of all he has lived through. I have crossed between the poles. For me there's no mystery. Once a man like the sea I raged, once a woman like the earth I gave. But there is in fact more earth than sea. said old Tessa out loud. Easy love, there's the safe way home. Thankful for her fine fair discount. Tess cooperates. Still alone in oh hello. See the deadly nightshade glow.
Bye bye.